It wasn't so long ago, for a girl to get attention from a guy, she'd have to actually go out in the real world, and there wasn't unlimited options. You know, there's only a certain amount of people who you're going to actually meet face to face when you go out. It's not like now where you can go online and you can just swipe through profile after profile and then instantly message anyone that you like the look of. When you'd have to go out into the real world to meet someone, you wouldn't just have countless options. So when you met somebody that you liked, you'd appreciate the fact that you'd met someone that you click with and you both like each other. Whereas now, for a good-looking girl, it's very easy for her to meet someone new. She knows that she only has to get back on the dating apps or even on social media. She's going to have an inbox full of messages from guys from all over the place who are all interested in her. So it's given girls this kind of a false sense of abundance of men, that they don't really need to pick one or commit to one, because there's an endless supply of options whenever they want to meet one. So a lot of girls now who are mainly living their life, at least the social life, is mainly happening on the phone through a screen. They've got this kind of delusional idea that they've got unlimited options, unlimited choices when it comes to men. But what they don't realise is that all those men who they're talking to online that they've never actually met, a lot of the time, people are completely different in real life. If you've ever met somebody online, you'll know that very often they don't look the same as they look on still pictures. And the personality is not how you thought it was going to be, based on the text messages you've been sending backwards and forwards, which almost makes it feel like you're getting to know someone. But then very often, when you've done all this online and then you finally meet them, they're completely different to what you thought they were going to be. And that will be the same for girls when they've got 30 different fellas texting them constantly and they feel so validated and wanted. It makes them feel great. But the majority of the fellas that they're talking to, they're never actually going to meet them anyway. Even though they're inundated with messages and attention off all these different ones, a lot of these girls who are doing all this type of stuff online, they never even meet the guys who they're talking to. They just like the attention they're getting. They like how it makes them feel that all these different fellas want them. It makes them feel like they must be absolutely gorgeous, when really, half of those guys wouldn't even like them in real life, because the girl will have taken photographs of herself to put on these sites, looking the absolute best that she can. She's got the camera at the perfect angle. The lighting's just right. A girl that's maybe a 6 or a 7 in real life can make herself look like a 10 on still pictures. So these girls who have got these lists of guys that are messaging them all the time trying to meet them, half of those guys wouldn't even like her if they met her. So this abundance of choice that they think they've got, it's all just delusional. It's make-believe. And a lot of girls who are behaving like that, it's because they can't meet somebody in real life. I mean, if they could meet people in real life, then why would they even be online all the time? She'd be out there enjoying herself with someone in real life. So when a girl's got all this free time, that's a bit of a red flag to begin with. Why isn't she out there living a life? A lot of girls nowadays, their whole perception of life is based on what they're seeing online. The expectations that they've got from guys that they date. All of these factors are based on what they're seeing on social media. You know, you see these girls with these long lists of boxes that need to be ticked before they'd even go out with a guy. All sorts of things that you've got to have before she'd even go on a date with you. A lot of these girls, they're basically ruling out 95% of the population of men before they even meet them, because they don't tick all the boxes, and they think that if they just hang on long enough, at some point some billionaire's going to just pop up out of nowhere and sweep her off her feet into a life of luxury, which is obviously totally unrealistic for most girls. And not to mention the fact that, there's countless examples all over social media of guys who've got everything, billionaires, spend most of the time partying on luxury yachts and whatever. And a lot of those guys, they don't even want to commit to one girl. They've got a whole list of girls, and they're not looking for something serious. They don't want to settle down just with one girl, because guys who are at that level know that they've got unlimited options. And what you also find is that with guys who've got it all going on, well, they meet girls who have got it all going on as well. There's plenty of girls in the real world who have got their own business. They've bought their own Range Rover. They've got a penthouse in town, and they provide themselves with all the things that they need. And when a guy gets to a certain level, he's generally going to want a girl who's on a similar kind of level. Not many of those types of high value guys are going to be going on dating sites or social media looking for a girl who's sitting there texting 30 different fellas. It's not appealing to a guy who's high value. And the only way a man can be a high value man is when he actually operates in real life, in the real world. He's doing real things. He's not sitting there texting girls who he's never met before, trying to get a date. Because the lifestyle of a high value man means that you're in contact with girls all the time. You're constantly meeting girls for real, face to face, where you know what time it is just by the way she looks at you, the way she talks to you, the body language, the eye contact. All these things that are missing when you meet someone online anyway. So girls these days who are living online and thinking that eventually they're going to meet this knight in shining armour who's going to come along and sweep them off their feet, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because obviously a girl who's in her prime is going to attract a lot of men. But if she's doing that online, she's going at it from completely the wrong angle. And those years when a girl is in her prime, she's never going to get those years back. It's not going to last forever. She's going to get to a certain age where she's less desirable to a high value man. This is why there's so many girls who are single. So many girls you see online, on social media, complaining about the fact that they can't find a decent man. And a lot of the time, these girls, they actually don't bring much to the table themselves. They seem to think that just being a girl and providing a man with the pleasures that a girl can provide a man with, they seem to think that that's enough, while their expectations of the guy, well, the list is as long as your arm. I'm not a big fan of online dating, and the few girls that I have met online all turned out to have major mental health issues. And in real life, I've never met a girl who had serious mental health issues. A big part of that is the fact that so much is missing when you meet someone online. You're not getting the eye contact, the body language, the general vibe in the room when you're together. You're not getting any of that online. And a girl can hide a lot of things about herself. She can make herself look completely different for a start, but she can hide a lot about her character, about her personality. When you're getting to know someone through text messages, they can be very strategic in the way they answer questions. They can be very strategic in the questions that they ask. And you never know whether they're being real with you or not. You don't know what kind of issues they've got. You know, a girl could be an absolute lunatic and you don't see any of that until you actually meet her. It's far better to just focus on real life and putting yourself in positions where you're going to meet girls naturally throughout your life, throughout your day, where you can actually feel the vibe between you and you both know what time it is from the beginning.